Welcome to the Best of Intentions, a podcast from Intention Films and Media, hosted by writer, director, former film commissioner, and novelist Deborah Markowitz. So join us as we talk about all things creative.
Hi, thank you for watching The Best of Intentions, the podcast of Intention Films and Media. I am so excited to have an old film, an old collaborator, a wonderful actress that I have worked with, and just a kind of really decent human being. So I am really happy to welcome the uber talented luminescence, Jennifer Jiles.
Oh, Deb, thank you so much for having me on. It's so perfect that your company is called Intention, right? Because you do everything with intention. I mean, it's all focused through love and spirit, and there's nothing, there's never a moment that isn't.
Well, I think there's moments, but they're short and they pass quickly.
Yes. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody has.
Why did I do that? Why did I think that? Why did I?
Yeah.
That's because, half Italian Jewish thing, you always have the guilt going on. But for the most part, it's intentions.
Yes. And but it's always focused that way. And so, anyway, it was a joy to work with you.
Yeah.
When we did, I mean, not only the writing and your set is so tight, and you get everything done that you want to get done every single time, at least from our angle, from the other side of the camera, and then as a producer too, for me, it was just so easy.
Yeah, we did. I'd seen Jennifer on the film festival trail in different film festivals, and we had wanted to work together. And she found this 72-hour challenge, I believe it was.
That's right.
And she reached out to me, and you said, I have this film. Would you like to direct it? And I have these three actor friends. I want to be in it. And I said, would you have a script? And she said, no. I'm like, all right, well, who do you have in mind? And I said, I want to bring in two or three of my friends, which was Kieran Sheehan and Noel Yoturo. I think
And one of my best friends now in the whole wide world, Heather Britton.
exactly, because somebody had to drop out because of scheduling, so we put Heather in her place, who's just wonderful. Heather, Britton, who's just really lovely, and you brought in Justin Wilson,
who's another one of the three of us are, inseparable when we're together.
Which is really awesome. Actually, yeah. Do we have that trailer available? Because I'd really love to show that. So this is for the waiting room. Again, 72-hour challenge. I don't know that I'd want to do that again, because I would get up every morning at 3 a.m. saying, do I have the next cut? Do I have the music? And I didn't do a lot of sleeping, and I didn't understand that it didn't need to be like 100% done. So I didn't, no, we're going to score it, where everything's going to be perfect on this movie. And it's one of my favorite pieces that I get to do. So I think John's trying to find it. Here we go.
Oh, here we are.
You are expecting a visitor.
Really?
This is Janet.
Tim, who is...
I am Tim's wife, Anne. It's lovely to meet you.
You left. For good.
I'm sorry.
We separate when we go to Earth to learn our lessons, but when we leave the waiting room, we become one again.
That's one of my favorite pieces still.
Me too.
I have people come up to me and still say something. A friend of mine who's been with her husband for like 40 years, he said that he watches all the time. I gave him a link. He said, because I always think, what if something happens to me? And he's very religious. What if something happens to her? And he goes, it just gives me a peace of mind, So it's kind of cool to do something like that. But it's the first time I worked with Kieran, who I'm still working with to this day. And I love the fact that just right now, as of yesterday, we're finishing up a couple of guys, and Kieran is in that, Kieran Sheehan. And because we started with Mark Ryu and Mara Bush, they're also still on Couple of Guys. So it's like the old team plus some of our new team members on it. And it's just still such a great working experience. Lucas Hassel, Sarandino, Don Broccolo, who's been our AC, Zach Walker, who's second AD. I mean, great people. Corey Diskin is on that also.
Oh, right.
And in fact, we're shooting it where we shot Waiting Room. So it's
Oh,
we had to move it because with my grandchild living here and you have a 18 months running around, we couldn't come here, because baby toys all over the place and it was just crazy. But it worked out really nicely. But it was we established some really nice friendships then,
yes. I
which
got chills looking at that last shot with Kieran.
oh
I mean, it
yes.
was just I mean, it was great working obviously with everyone because I didn't actually know Justin that well. And
Mhm.
now literally he's like one of my best friends in the whole world. And Heather, you brought in and is one of my rock. So, but I remember, shooting that scene and uh he's just so present and he's so beautiful, Kieran.
Mhm.
It's fun. And then we did another project right after that with him.
What did we do? Oh, the
We did
choice. I forgot
The
about that.
Choice, which was a whole nother thing.
Very dark
Um,
drama. Yeah,
yeah.
Alessi wrote it. I kind of polished it a bit, and yeah, I forgot about that. And we brought in Susana Guzman from
Yeah, who I just saw.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
from what is it? Not
From the oh God, no. I
it's
need my team to remember anything.
I
So
know.
um 30
I
Rock,
want to
not
say
30 Rock. The other one.
no Broad something.
Oh,
I want to say Broad Channel, but it's not Broad Channel.
Broad City?
Yes, that's it. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah, so she's in that podcast and not podcast that web series.
Series.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
she's
she's just
brilliant.
lovely. Yeah, I just ran into her recently at a film festival, and she's just so wonderful.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
been an interesting time. But when you started in the industry, did you start as a dancer?
I did. I did. I started as well, I went to college at Purchase, SUNY Purchase,
Mhm.
um, and was in the School of the Arts for dance. So I was a ballet and modern dancer. Then I got out of college and did some small ballet companies and modern companies, and then got into American Dance Machine when they started up again after Lee Theodore died. They tried to do it again, and it was incredible. I loved it so much. They did the showstopper dance numbers from Broadway shows.
Mhm.
So it was just one after the next, after the next, after that. It was just fat because I love Broadway shows. I love musicals. And so, I mean, not that I've done a huge amount of them, but I have done some really great ones. But anyway, that folded and I quit dancing and then I auditioned for the Rockettes and I got in. So the Rockettes, I did for about 6 years, 4 years at the music hall.
Wow.
And it was it was pretty incredible. I've been, monetizing it ever since I had a one-woman show about being a Rockette called Kicking and Screaming the Musical, where because everybody would ask me, I mean, it dawned on me, I was the host of Dynamets at this, right before I got the Rockettes. And or at the same no, at the same time, same years.
Mhm.
But while I was Dynamets is a New York Mets baseball show for kids. And that's where I have my Emmy from. So I
Mhm.
hosted this show on Sports Channel with the New York Mets. And every time I did an interview, if I said I was a Rockette in the beginning, that's all they wanted to talk about. And
Mhm.
I was there to promote Dynamets. I'm the baseball show just for kids. So I had to like be that.
Mhm.
And and then as the year went on, I was like, you know what? Everybody wants to know about this. Let me just charge them for it. So I'm gonna write. So for $25, you could see my one woman show, and you'll hear all about being a Rockette. So it was basically, I think the tagline was, only an ex Rockette can tell you what goes on behind the kick line. So so I played 21 different characters in a 2-act musical with 5 original songs, and I danced throughout, the show when I wasn't singing or yapping or being another character. Sometimes there was one number, our 11 o'clock number right before intermission. Cookie Harlan was my director. Shout out to Cookie. I haven't talked to her in years, but oh my God, she's great. And the 11 o'clock number, I played 3 old Rockettes and then would switch in between, like the lines, like I would just switch my boa. So one would have a boa this way, one would have a boa this way, one would have a boa, whatever way it was. So it was really fun. And I did that for a few years. And then now in the Rockette line, or column in my life, I have a speech that I do called A Rockette Out of Line. So it's not really, I would say it's like a motivational speech, but it really is, the tagline is embracing the rules enhances the power of performance. So basically, I went in my one woman show, I never told anybody. I didn't have the guts to tell anybody that it wasn't like my dream to be a Rockette, because everybody's dream to be a Rockette.
Mhm.
So anyway, can you hear my kid?
Is that what that is? Okay.
Yes. I was like, I thought I told him, but he's going into the bath. He's a saxophonist.
Ah,
So, you never know what's going to happen.
I thought it was my dog snoring, to be honest. I was looking under the desk, but she's not in here. So,
He got into Purchase.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, everybody wanted him. Every college that he auditioned for. Anyway, I'm so proud of him. His name is Mac Taylor. Mac Taylor, he likes. He's my youngest. He's 18. Anyway, he's brilliant jazz saxophonist.
Nice.
I digress. So, anyway, when I was doing the one woman show, I didn't want to tell, nobody would believe me if I had said, when I was writing it, nobody would believe me if I said it wasn't my dream, because it was everybody's dream.
Mhm.
Now with the speech, I can say that. So I kind of feel a little bit free. Not that it's a big difference. I did appreciate it. I learned so much from it. Basically I went in there as, a nonconformist.
Mhm.
I wanted to be in front of the Rockettes. I wanted them to be in a kick line behind me. That's what I wanted at Radio City. But I did learn so much from being in that amazing line, that show. I mean, it was really incredible experience, as anyone could imagine. So basically what I tell people is, if you embrace the rules somewhere, you'll be able to take those on and create your own world, which is exactly what I did. So
Mhm.
now I'm an actor, writer, producer, and it's great. I found I didn't lose myself by following the rules. I really gained a lot. So I'm really grateful I hate saying that. Everybody says that, right? But it's true, for that experience, obviously. And anyway, so you can ask anything about that if you want to, but we've known each other a long time. People can email me. Fine. I'll answer it. I promise.
Yeah, I kind of learned when I'm on somebody else's set, I follow the rules because it's their set. When it's my set, it's my rules. It's like, and I always had a problem following rules. I mean, I was the kind of kid in growing up, when they give you homework, I didn't mind doing homework, but I didn't want to do their homework. I'd make up my own. And then my parents would get these, she's doing the work, but she's not doing this work. I'm like, because that's not what I wanted to do.
Right.
Right. Oh, what that's about, but
That's I would say an iconoclast. Is that the right word?
take it. I think pain in the ass is really the truth. Yeah, but that's okay. I have my own form of order, my own form of how I do things, as we all do.
Right.
I need to focus on one thing, but I have to focus on 10 things, and it's just
Me too. I can't. I know. I can't. I have to. If I start, that's fine. It can stay there for a second because I see something else. So do that. I come back, and then it all gets done. If I sit and try to finish something, it's not going to get done.
yeah. I feel
Same
that
way. I don't know what is that.
John, what is that? I think ADHD maybe. I don't know what that is, but it's sort of like we almost determined we're taking off June and July maybe to catch up on writing, catch up on other stuff, and then somebody approached me with this short film, and I'm like, yeah, I've never done an action film before. This could be interesting. And then I'm looking at him, going, you know what? What do you know? Do you have a budget? And he's like, well, I don't have a budget. I'm like, and I'm like, all right, well, I want to do something different. Let me look at it. And I said, well, I'm going to rewrite the entire thing, which I did. I think I kept 3 characters' names and 2 of the jobs. The rest of it's completely different, but it's really good.
Oh,
And
good.
then I decided let's do it as a vertical series because I haven't done it before and I want to do something different. You know,
Mhm.
so we may end up doing that and just beg, borrowing, and stealing to get it done like we always do. And see how that goes. But it's something I haven't done before. And I want to,
Right.
and I've done so much of that this past year. Yesterday, just being in the recording studio with Lucas and not, yeah, Lucas.
Oh, yes, I saw that post.
And Karen Shannon. Oh my God, the mix is so good.
So Lucas is singing. Is Lucas singing too?
Lucas is in it. He's singing.
Wow.
I know, it's amazing. So I
Does
just
he go toe to toe with the Phantom?
sort of. I mean, Karen, obviously, he does this for a living, but together, blended, it sounds amazing.
Oh, I can't wait. Those
I
are
know.
2 of my favorite people.
Mhm.
I mean, I sound like who's that old interviewer, Joe, what's his name? Do you remember him? That old guy with they looked like his head was plastic. And he would say, somebody's gonna somebody's gonna write us and tell the name of it, unless John knows. He was in like the 1700 something building on Broadway, and
Joe Franklin?
Joe Franklin. That's right.
I
And
met
he used
Jeff.
to,
He came to the film festival a few times back.
oh, fantastic. I met him when I was first got to New York in my 20s. And but anyway, he always used to say, this is my favorite person, the favorite. I hate to, I don't mean to sound like that, but they are 2 of my favorites. So,
We know a lot of very, very cool, nice people, and
yes, giving, talented. Yeah.
I've been getting sentimental a lot lately. I'll just sit there and I'll look at what's going on around me and go, my God, I'm so freaking lucky that I get to do this cool stuff and meet these cool people. And it's hard work. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy hard work, but just to be around artists who maybe we're not crazy about the kind of style they do, maybe they're not crazy about the kind of style I do, but there's this mutual respect that this crap is hard and we all have a different
Right.
voice. And then we all get to just make this magic, that goes to the people who are supposed to see it. So you're doing all kinds of crazy wild things right now.
Yeah.
So tell me what's going on with your new projects coming up?
Well, I have 3 features in 3 different stages.
Sounds like us.
Yes. Well, I mean, what are you going to do? It's like at the fair, you put the gun with the water and you see which car is going to go faster. If this one's going and it stops you, then you do this one. If this one's done, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
So, I have a feature that I wrote with Chris Nespazinski, who you've met.
Yes.
We all met together at AC Cinefest
Oh my God.
in like 2015. The 3 of us won awards together.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, that was for Mother of the Week. Yours was, I think, The Last Taxi Driver.
My first film was The Last
Yep.
Taxi Driver.
And my first film, Mother of the Week.
Mhm.
So, and then Chris's, I can't remember Chris's, but anyway, he and I wrote a script. We have Ron Perlman attached.
That's crazy.
Might have some big news too. We got Brenna Coates, who's Kim Coates' daughter, and in her own right is brilliant. Tony D'Antonio is my producing partner on that. We're all producers. Ted Haynes is in Florida. He's one of the producers. Samantha Bowen. So that's basically Brenna came on as a producer as well. So Brenna, Ted, Tony, Sam, and Chris and I. So we're like the team bringing it to. We have Archstone Entertainment is also has come on with an LOI close to getting something else from them. So we'll see. So that's the closest one. Bollywood Rebound is a script that I brought Tony in on that as well. Tony D'Antonio. She's just a kick-ass producer, actress, writer as well. But in our teams, that's what she's, and script doctor, everything. Anyway, so Jen Plotsky, who I know was on your podcast, she and I are writing that script. Rajesh Savarna is a friend of mine that I met in 2015 as well, because I was doing like this festival circuit, and I would for Mother of the Week, and basically by myself, Giles table for one, like everywhere I went. So I would make friends, and I met Rajesh in Florida, and so we stayed in touch over the years. He came to New York. He's now stuck in New York because of the immigration things. But anyway, I'm happy he's stuck here. His family not so much, but he's from India, and he pitched me this project, and the way he pitched it was by an AI image of me in like a Bollywood movie, so then of course, I was at that point doing, as we do, doing like accountability Zooms like once a week with Jen Plotsky, who's a friend of mine. And we thought, we'll need to, like, maybe we should, just to bounce things off each other and things. I think a lot of artists do that, right? And so I ended up pitching her and saying, what do you think about writing this or coming on for this? And she's the same. I mean, you can watch your podcast. I'm sure because she has so many projects. So, but it ended up cut to, we brought on Tony. So Jen is on. So it's Jen, me, Tony, Rajesh. We have Vic Chopra. Does that sound familiar?
Does.
He won the best documentary at Life last summer.
Ah.
So I was
Okay.
sitting at the bar after I co-hosted your award show, or did that, right?
Right.
And so I'm sitting at the bar at Third Rail. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Third Rail. And I see an Indian guy. I saw him on the stage. I thought, oh, I got a Bollywood film. Well, cut to now. I met him in that bar. I said, hey, I got this thing. He's now, he's one of our producers. He's done 150 Bollywood films. So we're all working towards that. Jen and I are on our third rewrite right now. And then there's a third project that I hope moves along. It is so relevant. It's my brother wrote a, he's not in the business, but he wrote a novella. It's called An Act of Terror. And it's so relevant to what's going on right now in the world. And it's not what you think, what the act of terror means, but it's a real twist on everything, and it's really great. And Jen Plotsky and I are teaming up on that because I love writing with her. Oh my God. Because as you could see, like, 5 minutes ago, when I couldn't remember Joe Franklin's last name, going back in, like keeping track of things, that's how her mind works. She's like, no, we already, back on page, blah, blah. I'm like, how do you know
Oh my God, that's amazing.
She's a machine. She's incredible. She really she could do anything. I mean, her as an actress and a producer, and now the writing, and just the way her brain works. She's got equal left and right, I think.
That's
my right brain is not so equal, I don't think.
Same. As when I started heavy duty getting into writing and directing, it's all of a sudden I couldn't balance my checkbook anymore. And I wasn't accounting before I started.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I can't find my way around the house. I can't, and it's just so much in she creative side, but if she's got both of that. Like I have John. John is that side of the brain.
Right.
That I don't have. He leads me around. He's my handler. But
that's great. Yeah, those are my teams are like that. So I can, I make sure if it's something important, like I'm very good at bringing people together, as you know. So I'll bring them in, and then they seem to get along. I think that's the spiritual part of us, right? Is that we kind of know who belongs with who. So that's the other part of my life that is huge and that I love so much, is the being a psychic medium. So that's kind of I mean, I love acting, obviously. I love writing. I do love producing. I hate to say that, but I do, because I like, it used to be the necessary evil, and now it's kind of it's like going to the racetrack sometimes. or like being, I don't know what that means, but you know what I mean, or producers know what I mean. It's just trying to get that win. And making it, moving it through. But being a psychic medium is a whole nother, well, clearly, whole nother
About
realm.
your group, tell us, I know about it, but tell our audience about your group, the Domestics.
Yes, yes, so there's the domestics, which we're four psychic mediums who bring the afterlife down to earth. So it's just four regular, irreverent, middle-aged women who talk to dead people, and we do it all together. So we do shows where and we'll explain to you in between. We all believe that anybody can do it, which is true. Anybody can, and how close spirit is and in your life. So you're constantly getting signs if you want them. You can talk to your dead people. It's, all of that is very accessible. And so that's something that we all strongly believe in. And then we do, readings usually in a show version, like with a group. And we have great chemistry and banter. So that's the domestics. And then lately I've been working with another woman called Zen Jen, and I'm not so Zen Jen. Uh,
Well,
but
who is Zen Jen? What does she do?
she's got her whole thing is Jen's healing energy. She does a lot of, like, she does Reiki like you do. She's a shaman. Um, and she's a medium, and she works in a very different way than I do, so it's kind of fun. And so she has a salt room that we do little circles in. So it's very healing. And it's usually more intimate group.
Mhm.
We also do like an Instagram live. We try to do it once a week, Mondays, but it just depends on, and so we'll pop up. So if people want to pop up and sort of check that out, you get a free reading. It's so fun. I mean, I just love it because I feel like it's like a party. Even when I do a lot of private readings too. So even then it's, I don't know the sitter, the person in the room who asked me to connect them, and I don't know the dead person. So to me, I love to meet people. I love trying to understand people, and that's what I am, the translator for the spirit person. And it's very healing, I think, for all three of us. So
That's
anyway,
very.
I love that work so much. I was approached to do a show by myself, to host it.
Mhm.
And I'm hoping that I can do that soon. Like, 2020, late 2026, maybe.
Mhm.
Like that would be ideal. So anyway, it would be, I just because with the domestics, I was doing the mediumship before, but I wasn't out
Mhm.
because I was in showbiz. So like even when I just started to come out, I would say, and people would say, "Oh, you're playing a medium?" I go,
Oh,
"No, I am a medium." So I had to kind of, and now it's sort of people know both, or some
mhm.
people know both, and
Yeah.
I've combined it with the domestics.
Mhm.
And they were very encouraging for me to come out, which was great. One of the domestics is Priscilla Carasy, who is an incredible medium. I mean, they all are, but she's the one who I studied with her first. Um, I went to her as a client first, and then saw that she taught, and then I signed up, and then just kind of like, I wonder if I could do this, because I was always interested in it. I loved, James Van Prague I loved him. I loved watching his show, and then I got to meet him through Kieran.
Yes, I was going to say that's why I
I
met him. I met him through Karen when I
Oh
did.
my God. I mean, I just couldn't even believe it. I drove out to New Jersey, he got me a ticket. I watched it. Kieran opens up with his singing, and it's just incredible. And then I was brought backstage. And Deb, you're going to love this. So I go backstage because I brought one of his books with me for him to sign it. And he says, "Oh, so you're, and Kieran introduced me. So you're an actress." And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "And you're a director." And I go, "Well, no, I'm a writer." And he goes, "No, you're a director." And I was like, "Oh, I guess that's happening, right?" I mean, so that's down the road too. So we'll see. Um, You know what? For some reason, that's backburnered, back. I'm just really enjoying the writing right now. But who knows? People are writer directors like you.
That's it. Yeah, I direct for other people. In fact, I've got Welcome to Bellevue that Maureen
Oh, yeah.
threw me in, which is so much fun. And that's
That trailer looks so good. That's with Lou Bartini Jr.'s in there.
yes. Oh my God, he was so much fun. I've known Lou forever, and it's the first time we worked together.
Oh,
I just love him so much.
he's so brilliant. Oh my God. Everything. I'm in the actors gym with him, the Bobby Moresco's actors gym.
Hmm.
And anytime any character, anything he does,
Hmm.
he's just brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, so talk about Bellevue. Welcome to Bellevue.
Maureen had come to me with this project, and I'm going to get a lot of stuff, and I'm very selective because I mean, my kind of motto and my intention is if I don't feel it, then I just pass on it because if I don't feel it, I can't do a good job. I know if I
Right,
feel something, the audience is going to feel it.
right.
So she told me the story, and it was about based on Susan Lampkins, who's an old friend of hers, working in an assisted living place, a medical care facility. And at that time, my mother was in a medical care facility. And so all of these stories that they tell are basically based on true stories, and they're hilarious because you have to find the humor in it. You know,
Yeah,
somebody's
yeah.
like kind of situation. So, I read the script and I'm like, okay, we got to take this way down. I know you want to do the whole thing. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be way more expensive, whatever. So we whittled it down to pilot size, the shorter version of pilot size. And I think it took us 2.5 years to do it because you kept
Wow.
raising money and then filming another couple of days, raising money. But 2.5 years later, it's done, and it's wonderful. The actors are great. Jen is in that also. Jen,
Oh,
the Lou Martini, Barry Hyman, Ava McIntosh is a young actress I directed who's got Down syndrome, and so I had to learn how to work with her, which was very cool.
oh, awesome.
My Reiki came in very, very handy with that because she'd get tired, and I would tell her, I have magic hands. She goes, "What do you mean?" And I explained it to her. I said, "Feel it," and she goes like this. She goes, "Oh, heat!" And so whenever she gave her tired, she goes, "Magic hands."
Oh, that's
But
great.
she was awesome. Alexandra Seals is amazing. I just saw her in the housemaid, the housemaid. Yeah, she's in that movie. I'm like, oh wait, I just worked with her. Um, Bunch of incredible people in it. Roger Simon Hendricks is amazing. Carl Everett Atwater. Just lots of great people. And I know I'm not naming everybody, but
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course Maureen Von Treese is in it as well. She's the lead actress. So heartfelt, but also funny, but also, this woman whose husband has passed away, she's totally in debt. And the only job she can seem to get, having been out of the workforce for so long, is working in this assisted care facility where her husband had passed away.
Uh,
So she's got all that in her mind, as well as raising a daughter, who has different abilities, as well as trying to work in this atmosphere with these people who are um, very interesting, let's just say. And,
yes.
very challenging in the fact that there was a lot of action going on at the same time. Like there's a horror room scene where these people are coming out, but this has happened and somebody has to cut them off. And I had to kind of like a puzzle put
Yeah.
in the right place. It was absolutely a blast. I love Maureen. Susan is wonderful. I just really love working with these people. Um,
And
so
who was your DP? John was your DP or?
no, Toru.
Okay.
Mitsubishi, I think his last name is. He started out as our AD, but then we were going into Waitlist, my feature, Waitlist, The Love is
Right.
Strange, said you can't AD two films at one time. You just can't. So he moved down to sound, and so Taru did that with his crew. And we brought in some of our people. I think Don Brocklow was on a couple of days and Jack Kelly, who we work with all the time. And, yeah, it was just a wonderful experience. Just love these people. We're having our premiere at the Big Apple Film Festival, and it's just gotten into Golden Door, and I've won a couple of
Oh
Best
my God.
awards at a couple of other films festivals. So it's doing really well, which I knew it would. It's going to touch a lot of people because who doesn't have a relative or somebody they know that's in that situation? So it kind of gives you that look, but also keeping the humor to it because
Hmm.
you have to have that humor.
I don't think there isn't a show like that either, is there?
I don't think there
I
is.
don't think so. I mean, it sounds like, it's got a lot of laughs, right? So it's got that brightness of a sitcom, and the look, right? So, but so it's not like ER, right? Remember, was that ER was
You know
like,
what? I never watched ER.
yeah, I think,
I
well,
heard it, but I never watched it.
it's the kind of thing where somebody's coming in this way and somebody's coming in that way, and the
Yes.
camera has to like, keep right. So I think it's about time. Yeah, let's get that.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And then something else. Oh, Silent Harmony with Linda Collins. Linda was
Beautiful film. Just saw it
you
again.
saw it. Okay.
I've
Oh, you
seen
saw
it three times.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just saw it at Garden State.
Oh, right. We were supposed to go out and then I forgot what happened, but we got caught up with stuff. But yeah, so that's just I wanted to do because I always want to do something different. I wanted to do something that was mostly a silent film. It's like,
Yeah.
how can I tell the story without the two main characters speaking at all? And we decided to move that along with both Linda's an incredible musician, so using her music, she wrote that song
Right.
as well as the chess game in the background. I have no idea where that came up from, but it worked so nicely, So, and John did shoot that, and Zach Walker was our AD, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Beautiful.
It was challenging, but it was a lot of fun. So many things this year. I also got to direct a little girl that had just turned 4. And a movie people brought me in for called Horizon. A beautiful film, really depressing film, but really beautiful. And this kid was so freaking professional. John was the AD on that one, and John would be, okay, come here. This is your mark. Do this. And he just, without having to explain, she's like, okay, and just twirled here exactly the same way every time. It's like this kid, and she was amazing actress, amazing.
4 years old.
Just turned 4.
It wasn't like a soap baby where she was really 8 and then she was
Nope.
4.
No, her mother said that she brought her for an audition at Disney, I think it was. And they had people coming in and out and in and out, but they kept them there. And then she finally realized, oh, wait a minute. They keep calling us in, and all these other people came out. And she said to her, it's playing. And but she takes it very seriously.
Yeah.
So she said, as long as she enjoys it, we'll keep doing it. But she had the script. This little girl had the script, which I guess her mother read to her. And
Sure, she can't read.
crazy, right? And we're on this beach, but it's very rocky, and she's supposed to be barefoot, and plus it's starting to get cold out. So I said to the producer, I said, make sure you have a pair of like pink Crocs for her because I don't want to hurt her feet and whatever. And I'm telling her, you know, we have these for you. She goes, the script said I'm barefoot. Okay, but if you ever script says, and she just every time she was like freaking perfect. I know it's just crazy. So I had like all these experiences one after the other that were very different for me, and I really love it. I love doing different things. I love playing. I don't want to do the same thing all the time.
Same. Yeah.
I mean, that's how we grow as artists as well and as people is to be able to do charities. Like you're doing a Bollywood movie, who knew that was gonna
I
happen?
know it's bananas. It's like it's so funny because it's a Hollywood Bollywood mashup, really. So we do like Hollywood tropes and Bollywood tropes. But yeah, and do you know that there's a program, that you can put in as a line producer. You can put your script into this program. I might be sounding like a dummy. Am I a dummy?
No,
I
no.
was so amazed.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not a dummy, but a newbie, but putting it through to get, to see what the budget is.
Yeah.
But it also, if you want, it will be sort of like a script, what's that called? When you go through the script and give
Write
notes.
down the script.
Right.
Yeah.
And it didn't really understand that it was a mashup, that it wasn't supposed to be really Bollywood. So that was kind of interesting and not too challenging for us to look at those notes. But anyway,
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
We actually do have that. I mean, there's a bunch of them, but you always still got to check everything yourself because you're right. It does some things. It's like,
Yeah.
really careful and check everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
John tends to do things old school, and then check it over again and check it over again and make sure that, everything's in the right place. But
Yeah, I think fine, you can do a budget, but don't tell me how to write my script.
yeah.
'Cause
Oh, Yeah.
You really don't. Actually, I was listening to a podcast that there is consciousness somehow in AI. I don't know how that is. I can't remember. I think I blocked it out.
Yeah, but it doesn't, it's,
The nuance isn't there.
yeah, the only consciousness is what it steals from us.
Right.
Because you
Right.
can't, they say, why would you? The difference between a book that's written by AI and a book that's written by a person is that AI can't learn. The person can learn, AI can't learn unless it learns from the person.
Right.
You can't get actually something original from AI. You can only get that from a person. And even then, there's only what I think 7 storylines and it's
Right.
write them.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I I mean, I went through this crisis of confidence a few years ago, where when I write something, I go to a few people I know are very good writers, so I know how to be gentle with feedback. You don't have to like my stuff, but just there's no reason to be nasty. So people
Yeah.
I
Right.
trust who
Right.
will be honest, but gently honest. And
Right.
um, I just went through this period where I felt like, I'm never going to be as good as these people. Why am I doing this? Who am I kidding? Which you probably go through this every now and then too. I think every artist does.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of woke up one day and said, because he can't write what I write. He can't write with my heart. He
Right.
can't write. Like I have 3 novellas, Naked in the Rain, Sarah and Caleb,
I
and
have them.
oh, you
Yes, I do.
do, and
They're
and
wonderful.
and Karmic Wind, and I'm a much better writer than when I wrote Naked in the Rain, but the story stands. And every time I go to change it, people are like, don't change a word. I'm like, but this is kind of a little embarrassing. Don't change it. But there's people it resonates with. So
Right.
I'm thinking of getting a cover and re-releasing it, and I'm putting a blurb on it. I wrote this as my first book. Love it, typos and all, because because the story stands.
Right.
But when leaving it, so I don't know whether to rewrite it or not. But some people, because I kind of have a fan base, like, please don't change a word. It's really, really important. But yeah, I'll leave even the embarrassing things in there. But and
Yeah,
then
I think I mean, it's funny. We make all this stuff and then we move on,
yeah,
right? And so why go back in
yeah,
certain ways? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I mean, that was what it was, and now we're doing this other thing. And so um I mean, it's all about the doing. I can't believe I'm the one saying that, but it's true. It's like the process
mhm,
and the creating and also, when we go back to like how living and living with spirit and living in that way, we only have the present,
yeah.
right?
And there's not
So
enough of it. This is conversations I have with John all the time. Enjoy the hell out of this life because
it's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Like, but each thing, right? But that's, our idea and story about what it was. It's not
mhm,
even what it was. Like, who knows what the past was, right? We all have a perception of it.
oh yeah.
And then we have these fears or something or whatever it is, and that's the future.
Mm.
But neither one of those is reality.
Yeah, just the only thing's reality is this moment. I don't know how much of that's reality either. But
That's true too.
you just gotta do things, you gotta take the risks. In my art, I am pretty risky. In real life, maybe not so much. But in my art, I just like this vertical series called The Retirement. Um, I'm looking at going, all right, we'll figure out how to raise the money and to get this done. And it's, I think, 17 very short episodes because that's what verticals, like 1 minute each, because that's what vertical series are.
Wow.
And they say it's got to be spicy. So, I mean, I never want nudity in my films, but this is pretty spicy. Even though you don't actually see anything, your mind takes you there. And
Oh, nice.
and it was so much fun writing it. And I'm like, oh, this is great because the character is just such a jerk. He's a hitman, um, who basically he grew up in like the foster care system and he kind of just learned to take care of himself, never knew his parents, and he's how can I put it? He's just a jerk with some what he says. He doesn't mean to be a jerk, but people say stuff in a sense will be like, yeah, sure. But I mean, it's just, yeah, whatever. And people like get really annoyed. It's like you're such an asshole. But he's just a lot of fun. And he gets to kill people and, bullets,
Oh,
blood, and all kinds of fun stuff. Because I haven't done that before.
right,
So,
right.
so the story is basically the fact that he's one of the best people at what he does. He's way too self-confident for his own good. And he makes a stupid mistake one day and he gets shot with like 7 bullets that miss every one of his vital organs. But that makes him realize maybe he's only in his 30s, heading towards 40, but maybe I'm too old for this shit. Maybe I'm not as quick as I was. Maybe I'm not, and it's just fun. And I want to do fun. I like dark, like From the Embers is a very dark drama about addiction and trauma. And then there's stuff like this. It's just fun.
Right, 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 right.
So there's got to be that balance. And you have like so many different projects that are all completely different.
Yeah, they're all completely different though. They have some themes because it's me. So,
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it out of my system yet, I guess, to move on to the next thing. But yeah, yeah, I do love the creative process. Um,
It's
rewrites are sometimes it's math, but what are you gonna do? That's part of it. Um,
no,
so
it's awesome. I mean, it's basically playing for adults. I mean, it's very serious work, but you get to create these worlds that didn't exist before.
right.
It's pretty freaking awesome. I watch Waitlist: A Love Story, my film that's now on Prime Video, and it's going to be on Google Play, a bunch of other things.
Yay.
I had so much fun doing that movie. And when I watch it, I just kind of smile from ear to ear when you see the actors, what they brought to it,
Yeah.
how you know them very personally, but how different they are, on screen. Yet they're so really these characters that I just sit there and I'm like, I could like watch that over a million times. And that was like Waiting Room,
Yeah.
that you all just brought such not only comedy, but also this heart-wrenching ability to make people feel, these things
Yeah.
happen. What happen when you're madly in love, but then you have to part. But yeah,
Yes.
it doesn't mean it's over, but yet at the same time, so there's, you know, juggling all these feelings and to watch that. And I'll never forget when we filmed, Kieran said to me again, first time I worked with him, Kieran G, and he said to me, the last scene, can we switch it with this one? Only because I'm going to be crying like a maniac and I'm going to look like I'm a mess. And every scene he's in, I can make him cry like that.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, as a writer, it's so funny that you had mentioned like you love watching the actors. So my very first experience, I happened to be the actor in my writing, but this was when I was doing my one woman show, and I remember the very first time I did it in front of an audience. It was before it was a musical, and to hear the reaction, and I wanted to stop. Literally, I didn't, thank God, but I wanted to stop and go, I wrote that. Because of that. And that's when I got hooked on the writing, I think.
Yeah.
Because you see, and then watching other actors do what you write is just,
Watching him bring it to life is like it's
wow.
kind of magic. Oh my God.
Somebody walks in the room. It's funny because they've said that to me, right? Through my career. Oh, when as soon as you walked in the room, we knew you were X.
Mhm.
And it's the same with, I love being on the other end of that. As soon as they walk in the room, you're just like, oh my God, how did that happen? It's just such,
I think
it's
it was at AC Cinefest where we met. I think it was there where two of my films played together. It was Last Taxi Driver, my first film, which was a zombie comedy with Robin Classy and Deb
right.
Twist and Emily Jackson, and then my movie Leaving with Molly Ryman,
That's
Sarah
right.
in it, and that's a very heartbreaking movie.
Yes.
And they played like right next to each other, and I'm listening. I'm just sitting there waiting for the laughs from Last Taxi. I'm like, oh God, thank God they got that one. Thank God they got that one. And then leaving, I see people going like this. I'm like, yes, they're crying.
Right. Exactly.
Like I've accomplished what I've set out to do.
That's right.
And then we just did that with Waitlist when we had a screening at the Belmore Movies, and it hadn't been on the big screen before. So I'm listening, and I'm like, oh, thank God they're laughing. All right, thank God.
I know. And you know what? It's so funny because I was, I'm getting back to being a live performer, but because now my youngest is 18 tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, and the other one just turned 21.
Mhm.
But it's so different. You could create it, you kill yourself, you're in the trenches, you finish post, you get it up onto the screen, now you get to watch it. You can have a couple drinks and just watch your I remember thinking like for the whole run of Mother of the Week, it was like a couple of years. And I don't think there was one screening where I was not like, this is so cool. Like I don't have to stretch. I don't have to do anything. I'm doing it. I did it already once. Now I get to watch it. So anyway,
Absolutely. I gotta slow
yeah.
down a little. I realized Big Apple, no, not Big Apple, Golden Door sent out its acceptances, and I saw that. All right, Silent Harmony got accepted. Linda had submitted that, and Bellevue got accepted. And I'm like, why am I not hearing about Just Sex and a Brimstone Lullaby, which I wrote? And I'm like, oh no, they must have got rejected. And then I see another friend of mine, he writes me out, my film didn't get accepted. I'm like, why? And I looked, and I forgot to submit.
Oh,
I must have started to submit them, and then I started working on something else.
right.
I forgot that they were sitting in the cart, and I'm going, why am
Ah,
I here? I'm checking my emails. Why am I not hearing it?
oh my God. Right. Well,
Next
and
year.
then, yeah, next year. Exactly. So
Yeah,
it'll
so
give,
I should slow down. When you can't even get your films out, it's probably time to slow down a little bit. But
or just take it as okay, that I was distracted because it wasn't this year for that moment, for that
yeah,
movie.
we got to get by the end of the year. We got 2 more features are probably going to be done by the end of the year. And
Wow.
I know, and wasn't planned that way. We did wait list a Love Story, and right after that, we went. That is actually in the process of being colored. It's edited, and then I had decided that it's time to finish Couple of Guys, because we started it 9 years ago, and
Right.
and we would be raising money. It was supposed to be a series, raising money, doing an episode, raising money, doing another episode. We had 4 completed episodes, and I realized I'm never going to finish this if we don't do something different. I can't. I mean, the actor is going to be like 80 by the time we finish. So I'm going to be dead. So
At least she didn't have the little girl, she ends up being 25 years old.
So we basically, I went through the whole thing and I said, take this out, take this out, take this out, and then I wrote the second half of it, and we found a way to tie it all together. So we figured 6 days we could complete it as a feature, and we have one more day in May, and end of May,
Wow.
and it's done. Well, at least it's going to be. It'll all be shot. It'll be in the can, and then Mark Reu's going to edit it and color it. But half of it's done already. He has to
Right.
take it and take some stuff out, but
Right.
he's got the footage is already colored. So it's that's an anomaly. I don't have anything else dragging on like that, but I just said this is too good to not finish. You know,
Yes.
Lucas is wonderful. Sal is wonderful. Abigail Hawk from Blue Bloods is in
Oh
it.
my God. It's such a great cast.
Oh my God, Brian O'Halloran has a cam. Like he has a nice little role, but it's a cameo. And it's Kevin Brown, and who was supposed to have a bigger role, but now that it's a feature that just we had to cut out a lot of stuff. Christian Khyber is in it as Sal's waitlist. Noel Utero and Max
Wow.
Tomakin, and I mean it's and Karen Sheehan, who is
Right.
plays Lucas's best friend. Um,
Heather's in it. Did you mention Heather? Isn't Heather in it too?
she is, but she doesn't know yet that. Hi there.
You're
Well,
freezing
we're outing it right now
I'm
again.
freezing.
You were freezing a little bit, but
a couple times.
you
Okay.
came back.
I came back. All right. We'll see.
Well, I'm all blurry, so.
So you look fine to me.
Oh,
So-
good. Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's good.
I know.
You don't have your glasses or something.
Heather is in it, but I think that part of the wedding scene might go,
Oh,
which I hate, but it's just it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. We can't have a 3-hour feature, so
we'll do another project, all of us together
I would love that.
with Heather and Justin.
Mhm. I would
Kieran,
love
of course, is going to be in it. And then, of course, your little boy toy is in every one of your movies now. So he'll have to be in it.
Travis Grant. He's in Couple of Guys.
He's in that.
He plays a gay gym rat. He's great. Yeah. Well,
He's
he's
adorable.
actually the hitman. Yeah, he's actually the hitman, Travis
Oh,
Grant. He's
Oh,
great.
really?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that'll be fun. He's just fun to work with, and I
Yeah.
love to see what he can do differently. Because since he's newer at this, it's cool to challenge him, and then he gets to see what he can do. Because he didn't know if he could pull off Brimstone,
Right.
a short film that's winning awards everywhere. He's won a lot of Best Actor. I'm like, I know you can do it, because he was just used to doing comedy. I'm like, I know you can do this. You may not know, so it's up to you whether you do it or not. And
Yeah.
I'll just never forget that I'm talking to John the day before. It's like, is he going to come? I mean, I really think he will, but what if he doesn't come through? And I think he will. And he shows up that data set and he won't look at anyone. I'm like, oh, he's there. He just walks in broken, and I'm like, he's there. And I got everything I wanted out of him, which was terrific. So it's kind of fun to put him in different places and see what comes through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
he's really terrific.
yeah.
Captivating.
Hmm. Yes, he's got a thing. When we did Waitlist, I think that's the
Yeah.
first time we worked together. And John's editing it. John's not editing the movie, but every now and then he'll edit a scene just to see what something looks like. And he's like, "Come in here," because his office is next to mine. I look, he goes, "Watch this," and we watched his first close up. I'm like, the
Yeah.
camera loves him, and he and Beck had such great chemistry together.
Yes.
So that kind of that's the movie. I mean, yeah, the story is great, but their chemistry is everything.
Yeah.
So they
She's
really.
terrific too. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, she was wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's fearless, and you want fearless people.
I
That
saw her in this other film. I was on the jury at Garden
beautiful
State,
Pam.
the actor jury.
Oh my God, beautiful Pam,
Yes.
phenomenal.
She was so good in that.
Yes,
I
incredible.
did vote for her. I can say that now. I put her at the top. Just so you know, Beck. Yeah, she was really good.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw
yeah.
it a couple of weeks ago. I was blown away, totally blown away at how good that is. I had J.R. Stokes on last week, and Tom Corsiari and Pete Considich. Oh, I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but yeah, I mean, you're talking about these things have no budgets. I think they made the film for like $500. How do we have to do
Really?
that? That's not even lunch for one day, you know.
Right, right,
But when you can do all the post yourself and you're shooting it yourself and doing the sound with your best friend and you get it done.
right, right.
The acting is through the roof. And I remember Beck telling me she got that shortly after Waitlist, and she said the material is incredible, for an actor to get that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. The man who played the friend who was
yeah,
sort of like Judas,
yeah.
he,
Pete something, yeah.
the Spanish guy?
Oh no. I'm thinking of the other guy.
No, the Spanish guy. Unbelievable performance.
Yeah.
Just, I wish I should know his name if I'm gonna brag about someone, but it was really, really, he was just,
It was so great. It was like I told him this is like A24 material,
yeah,
it's just that good. So yeah. And you just see how much they love it and how much they're planning their next projects and that's great to see. You got to have your team. I mean, your teams can morph and you're bringing different people, but at this stage, when you're doing something that's independent, you need
yeah,
people that you work really well with, that they give it their all and care.
yes,
Because the minute somebody doesn't care, you realize you probably shouldn't be working together anymore.
yeah,
Because
yeah, for sure. And there's a second hand too that you have with them, and
mhm,
we know what each other needs, wants, how it's
mhm,
going to go. We have each other's backs. I mean, all of that is, first before the talent and the skill and the
mhm.
equipment and all that other stuff, which, so, but
And,
that's what makes it so fun in this business, right?
and I mean, you have challenging days because you can't waste time and you can't waste money. You got to solve problems quickly, but when you work really well together, it's like a shorthand. Like
Yes, yes,
we always film end on time or early even because we all know everything. We all know how we each work. We all care. We all know, and it's the only way to get it done. So it's awesome to have that team effort.
done
Uh,
with intention.
Done with intention. It's always with intention. There's always in every one of my movies, even The Last Taxi Driver, there is a message and a lesson.
Yeah.
And in Last Taxi Driver, it's everybody wants a hero. Here's this crazy ass guy played by Robert Classy, which by the way is on my YouTube channel, Deborah Markowitz, Debra Markowitz, and I put it up there. And I don't know if we got a waiting room.
Did you put it up yet? I think you asked if you could, and I said
Yeah,
yes.
I don't think
Yeah.
we got to that yet, but the story is we all want a hero, and here's this crazy ass guy who's a taxi driver. When most of the inhabitants left, there's a few crazy people, but everybody else are zombies. And he worked hard for that license, damn it, and he's not giving up. And it's just, it's just fun. It's just a fun,
Yeah.
So everything has, if that has a lesson, everything has a lesson.
Yes.
So let me see. So I think we're actually coming to our hour.
Okay.
Is there something else? Whoa, should we show one of your reels? We didn't even get to that yet. What do you
Oh, up to you. I don't know. I sent you my comedy reel. I don't know.
Let's see a comedy reel. John, can you put up our comedy reel, please? Or play it from
Yeah, that's probably. I think that's the shortest.
Day goes by and he doesn't respond. What do you make of that?
He's busy.
I like her.
Are you wearing your retainer? Because there's a space there I haven't seen before.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah, vans and bubbles. I thought highway driving made you nauseous.
Thank you. So I only have 6 minutes to get to Grand Central.
Don't blame me for your problem.
I'm not.
Your therapist said that you can't hold others responsible for your happiness.
That wasn't my therapist.
Okay, fine. It was my therapist.
It was your doubles partner. And what she said was, a mother is responsible for her children's happiness.
Ugh, that sounds like her. Terrible backhand. No second serve either.
Isn't that the girl you had a crush on in 7th grade?
Well, how much time we got?
What?
Till your husband gets home.
He is home.
What?
Honey? What's going on down there?
Oh, nothing that concerns you.
I can just reschedule my trip.
No. I insist that you go.
But if you want,
You're going.
Is there anything she can't do?
I love you, sweetie.
Pie.
Oh, shit.
you said the F word!
I did not.
That was fun. All right. Well, this has been lovely. Thank you, Jennifer Jiles, for joining us today on the Best of Intentions. We'll have to have you back another time because there's still so much stuff we didn't cover, but it's been great knowing you and working with you. And I'm so glad that you joined us here today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I love you. This is just great.
So join us next week for the Best of Intentions. Thank you for watching and listening.